SmileNShine. The reason why I'm making this video is for a bit of advice for parents with special needs children. Now, I was based at a mainstream school working with a special needs student who was also non-verbal. She was diagnosed with autism. When I first started working there, she had no type of work schedule. She just had free play all day. So when I started working with her, I got to know her targets, and then I put it in my mind that she is going to learn because she can. I made a work schedule for her, and we started working there, and through that she surprised me, to say the least. She surprised me with how fast and quickly she was able to pick up things. She was doing things that no one had seen her do before, and not just academically but socially she was developing, which was amazing to see. She was playing with friends independently, and she even at break time she would just go off by herself with her friends, and it was just amazing to see. She got more independent, like she wasn't relying on me as her one-to-one so much, so it was just nice to see all the progress that she was making. And then she had an annual review. I was unaware of this until the day of the review. It's when the Senko quickly ran in and said, okay, can I quickly see her targets, and I quickly pulled them out, and I said what she can do, but she kind of dismissed that and she just went her way. And then the class teacher came to me and she said, well, the deputy head, she's just asked me to lie in the annual review. She just said I can't talk about the progress that she's been making. When I heard this, I was like surprised. So obviously at the end of the day I went to the Senko, and I went to the Senko and I explained my concerns. They tried to suppress them, but obviously it didn't work. And then a while later I realised that they had tried to actually get rid of her from the school. They don't want her to be in the school. So I done some digging. Like, why don't they want her to be in school when she's making so much progress? Socially, academically, she's much more independent. Like she is such an amazing learner. She's amazing to be around. She's amazing to teach. And I was thinking, why don't they want her in the school? And then I realised it's only because she's not doing well. She's not doing well as well as the other students, and it's looking bad on the school's data. Because and I was thinking, wow, that's the only reason. And do you know what? It's bad that they think like that, but what is worse is that in the annual review they told the parents something opposite of what she's achieving. They didn't let her know. So my word of advice for the parents, especially here in the UK, because I'm not sure how it is abroad in other countries, but when you are having an annual review, ask to speak to the one-to-one, the person who works with her all the time, because from my experience working in the schools that I've worked in, the Senko barely visits the child. The Senko barely knows how. The Senko doesn't spend the full day with a child, so they don't know how they learn. They don't know what they do, what they're capable of doing, what they need help in. But the person that's with them all the time, they know. So ask to speak to them. Don't just say, okay, the Senko said this, so it has to be true. Ask to see the work, because there should be some type of photographic evidence. There should be a workbook. There should be some evidence, because no child comes to school just to be babysat, and there's no child that's incapable of learning. So there's every child learns. So it can't be that your child is at school for a full school year and they haven't picked up one thing. They haven't made any progress. So just think, because sometimes they make your child seem like they're just this word, incapable of learning. Like they just make you think it, and it's not true. It's completely not true. Children can make all types of progress, and you just have to make sure that the school believes it. Make sure the school believes that your child can learn. Make sure the school believes that your child isn't going to just be another child. Because they have special needs. Special needs doesn't mean they're incapable of learning. It doesn't mean that they're not going to have any type of independence. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to develop in socially, academically, mentally, physically. It doesn't mean that. But all that needs to happen is the people that are working with them, they need to believe it too. So parents, put pressure on the schools, and you're not being bad by doing it. Don't think that, oh, my child is a handful, I know how my child is at home, so I'm not going to do it. No, it's the school's responsibility. It was my responsibility to make sure that she was learning. It's the school's responsibility to make sure that children are learning, children as a whole are learning. So if you're trying to make sure that your child is learning, you are a great parent. You are an amazing parent. So that's just something that I've been going through in these last few weeks, and I wanted to speak out about it because too many of my colleagues, too many people that I know are saying the exact same thing, that they're suffering with the same thing. There's people that I know who work at schools, and the school are telling the parents something completely opposite of what their child can do. And yeah, we need to make a stand. So parents, please put pressure on the schools, because if they see you're putting on pressure, they're going to up their game. So that's me, SmileNShine, out, and I really hope you have a lovely morning, evening or afternoon.